Picturesque Provo, Utah, LaBelle Edwards Stadium. A staple of the college football environment. Color-coordinated schemes in the stands. A stripe out today. Students, alumni, all fans have band together to try to make life miserable for these visitors. It's the Colorado Buffaloes and the BYU Cougars. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
The Colorado head coach told me before the game, this is a crucial moment in their season. They've got to decide what type of team they are. They're finding ways to lose close games, and they've got to get their first win in conference play. Coach says it's crucial that they get off to a good start here today. He wants focus, communication, and more dominance and physicality at the line of scrimmage. I'll keep you posted on how they look down here from the field level to start the first quarter. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. BYU ready to put a foot to it and get this game going. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The run inside. It's Young. He's past the 30. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
They'll give it to him again. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. It's been a rough start for these guys, and you look down the schedule in the Big 12, there aren't many soft landing spots.
Well, no doubt about it. This team has had some bad breaks early this year in Big 12 play, but they've got to make good things happen, David. They've got to do a better job of executing offensively, defensively, and on special teams, and it's got to start today.
Yeah, finding a way to make those critical plays, because you know, what do you know in the Big 12? There's always going to be a lot of scoring, right? And they've come up short, but I think as you find yourself throughout the season, you got to realize, I got to build those confidence. I got to make those plays, and once you do it once, and maybe it happens today, you start to build that confidence. And defensive guys are taught to really work through the hands of the wide receiver. Whenever the ball is starting to come, I'm trying to smash that thing down as soon as the wide receiver's trying to catch it. If we both try to catch it, a lot of times you see those contested catches by the offensive player. Nice job by the defense, knocking it down, getting the ball in the ground.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but, man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
He lets it fly. He's got it way down the field. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football. You come in on the first drive, and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
To the air, it's Bachmeier. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home.
Maybe a crease. The stiff arm gets him loose. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Cougars!
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now on this defense to tackle.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Offense ready to begin this drive. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Young. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The give to the back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Well, he got you 2 on first down. He got you 2 on second. 2 won't get it done on third. You're going to have to go somewhere else if you're on offense here to stay on the field.
It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on third down. The Cougars will use their first timeout here. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Lewis finds a tight end. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down. And the Buffaloes will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got a stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Got his man on the right. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for me.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Hey, 95-96 bridge. 95-96 bridge.
motion from the wideout. The play action fake. Pressure coming. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
You know, one of the tricky parts with play action for a quarterback is that when you turn your back to the defense to sell the play fake, you have no idea what's going on behind you. You don't know what the coverage has become, and you don't know which D linemen have won their one-on-ones. The worst thing is you turn around after the play fake, and bam! That defender's right in your face.
Finds a man on the right, and he gets it right on the cusp, maybe a few pebbles short of a first down in that football. I see the closed fist from the ref. It'll be 4th down.
That's pretty good zone defense, man. Zone defense means I got eyes on the quarterback, and when somebody comes into my zone, then I'm communicating with the other guy, and they pass it off and do a good job seeing the crosser, going to him, breaking on the football, getting the tackle, and now forcing the 4th down.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times.
Really nice job there by the punter on that one, getting a lot of hang time and allowing the Gunners to get down the field so they could play it off the bounce, down it. Nice coffin corner kick.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Unloads to the right. Working the big fella to the corner. Oh, a lot of space. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bucs.
There's usually 2 different thought processes when I'm backed up towards my own goal line. Run it, create more space, or take a big shot and try to make a big play. And did this offense ever make a big play? 90-plus yard touchdown. That is how you do it.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Makes a move. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. Final play of the quarter coming. Trying to move them on the counter. They stop him in his tracks, and they'll head to the other side of the field. Guys, Colorado has the lead here, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. Fires to the right. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Fires on the move. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with him, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it, he's not going to throw back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the rollout, and made the big play.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have it.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Trying to get through the noise, it's Lewis. Works the middle. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The kick is on its way. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Looking for room. It's Martin. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And there you see the arm talent by the quarterback. Throwing a curl route into zone coverage, you've got to get the ball there quickly. And you saw the cannon this QB has.
Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. A 50-50 ball, and he just out-fought the defender and made the catch. BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Martin. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. The quick out. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Throwing right. Found the spot in the defense. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
And this offense chooses aggressiveness, man. 3rd down and short, a lot of people think run, be physical. I got 4 downs. They say no, bro. I know your defense is going to be aggressive. I might get a look I want to get. They got the look. Throw the bomb down the field and make the big play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
To the air on 2nd down. Might be looking to run. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack. You avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down. This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And the catch into the end zone. Touchdown, BYU!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And they tacked on the extra point. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The run inside. It's Young. Runs through the tackle.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
He's got him. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And the Buffaloes are in the hurry-up.
And finally, their big play receiver gets in the stat column with his first catch of the game. And we're here late in the second quarter. You've got to give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've done a nice job taking him away and limiting his damage. Let's see if they can keep it up, though, because when this guy gets hot, he's virtually unstoppable.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. The Buffaloes calling their first timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Third down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. Maybe some room here. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. This is a designed run. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Colorado will go ahead and use its second timeout here. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Wide receiver going in motion. Throwing. Lewis. Makes the grab. They will score. Touchdown, Colorado.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead. Some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And he's going to bring this one out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got it out. One little mistake in your kick coverage unit against this dude, and you are in a world of trouble, and they were barely able to keep him from scoring. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. To the air. It's Bachmeier. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, BYU! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of the defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
And they did tack on the extra point. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Here's Lewis to throw. Looking deep. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that, they're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Complete to the left. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. The Cougars peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Young. That's the 20. He's got space. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Buffaloes are threatening in the red zone. Trying to run, it's Young. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for room. It's Young. Pulled down for the tackle.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. On the gun on third down, Lewis. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And the field goal unit is on the field. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he's not going to take the touchback. He's got great speed. He'll go out of bounds at the 39. Good return, and the offense could certainly do a lot worse than this for starting field position. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Off the play fake on first down. Caught. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Hauls it in. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires one high and deep. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And the Cougars will line it up on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Takes a handoff. It's Martin. There's a crease. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. The Cougars headed quickly to the line. Right back to the well. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Going for 6. Incomplete. He was going for the touchdown.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
They'll run for it. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. BYU lines up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Now the pitch. Touchdown, Cougar! They take the lead here in the 2nd half.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Lewis. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Makes a grab deep. Breaks into the open. Electrifying play, and man, are they set up now at the 32-yard line. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. They'll go to the counter. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is. Free yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Throwing. Lewis. Looking to the big tight end. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Motion from the wide receiver. This quarterback part of their running game. There's a little room there. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll run it. It's Young. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And the upset still brewing as they answer with a score of their own.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And the extra point is good. A 4-point game at 35-31. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Running inside, it's Young. And he was able to work his way for just a few, and that will do it for the third quarter. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Here's Lewis to throw. Makes the grab down the middle. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. And the Buffaloes want to move quickly.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Lewis to throw. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Here's Lewis. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And the Buffaloes are moving quickly down the field. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. Going to take a shot at this DB. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
The run inside. It's Young. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. He has 89 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Third down from the gun, Lewis. Got his man. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They give it to him again. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on third down. Trying to get through the noise, it's Lewis. He'll pull it down, turning it on. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
Well, you're trailing here in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're going to hurry up. Really nice job of awareness by the quarterback that time. Nothing open. You got to scramble. You got to go get the first down, yes, but also getting out of bounds. So
Touchdown, Buffs! They've got the lead here in the fourth. The Buffaloes leap back on top.
Man, this is wild late in the game. We're seeing two heavyweight fighters trading blows. The offense scores their last time out. This offense now scores a touchdown here late to get the lead, but there's time left on the clock. Can the defense step up here and make a stop to preserve this win?
And he's going to bring this one out. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. They'll move the wide receiver. Where did he go? Go! From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the fourth quarter, they're going to need it.
Right back to him on the ground. Could be an alley. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another first down here on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Bachmeier. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Oh, he's got some space. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. BYU with the 1st and 10. They'll run it on the counter. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense, getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
Tight end finds a soft spot. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
Offense takes a timeout. 27 seconds left. BYU trying to make this red zone trip pay off. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? They'll try to get it in with the run. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. On the option. The pitch. Next going for the goal line. Touchdown Cougars. They move on top here in the fourth. The Cougars with the immediate response.
And what a job by the offense, coming up with a huge play when they absolutely had to have it the most. There are virtually seconds left on the clock right now. Big-time players making big plays in big games to close this thing out.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Perry. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the left. And they fight them to the bitter end, all the way down to putting some more numbers in the stat column, but they'll come up a little short as time expires.